Were you pleased with Jimmy especially?
Well, Jimmy was great. I thought Jimmy, he certainly deserved the win. I thought he made, especially when you make big save on the penalty shot and just had real big moments. So I thought Jimmy was great, but I think that goes back to I thought he played real well when he went in against Pittsburgh, and I thought he was good against the Islanders. So I think he's had 3 good outings in a row, and hopefully he can continue to build on that.
Well, I mean, did you see anything specific tonight in him that maybe you hadn't seen in the last little while, technique-wise?
No, as I said, I think from a process standpoint, he's actually been fine, and I think he looked really good against the Islanders. The one thing about goaltending is sometimes pucks go in, and you can be playing great and pucks go in. I know that. I played the position. That's what happens sometimes. So I really look at it and try to judge it from a process standpoint. I thought he looked good there, and I thought he looked real good against Pittsburgh, and he seems to be filling net well. He seems to be in control of his body. I thought he was real sharp seeing the puck, so I think he's in a good spot.
The coach's challenge paid off. Just talk about what you saw in that play there.
Yeah, I think right away Tony Granato came to me and said challenge it. He had saw Jimmy get kicked in the head. So when I looked at the replay, I thought for sure we're going to challenge it. He gets kicked in the head, and in our opinion, doesn't have enough time to get himself gathered back, and the puck goes in.
Was the power play maybe something to point the finger at tonight, especially the one where they lost a stick too? And
yeah, no, the power play wasn't good enough. We need the game on the road. You got to win the specialty teams battle to give yourself a real chance. And I thought our penalty kill did a good job, but our power play, we had shot attempts, but we didn't have nearly enough shots. I think we had 1 shot on the power play. So the power play's got to be better than that. We're going to need it to be better for us to have success.
When blocking as many shots as they were in the power plays, just keys, just mobility, more puck movement? Or?
Yeah, I'd say shooting off the pass and being real smart about shooting off the pass. And we probably didn't do enough of getting the puck low and working some low play options out of that. We were probably up too high, too much just shooting it. So, we're going to have to work on it and make sure we're better on Tuesday.
How would you rate this?
all of these 2 games, steps in the right direction. I mean,
I thought they were steps in the right direction. Certainly yesterday I thought we played real well defensively. Today's a little different element. You got to gut out the back-to-backs a little bit, and I thought we did that fairly well. I didn't think the first 10 minutes we were good enough, but then I thought the second 10 of the first we were good. I thought the second period, we had probably 2 fairly empty nets that we didn't quite score on. If you score, it's probably a different game. And they pushed a little bit in the third, but I asked a lot out of our guys. A lot of guys played a lot of minutes.
Not a lot of ice time for that Larkin Nyquist Tatar line. Why was that? Was that because Larkin wasn't was he full or 100%?
I'd say it had more to do with a little bit on the match and a little bit on they didn't get much time on the power play. So for the Pavel's unit was out there, and they ended up, I think, twice out there for a minute 30. So there's a full minute of power play that they would have got had it been normal. Usually it's a minute each, and then you get off. But they just had zone possession that whole time. So that's a little bit of it. A little bit on the match. They ended up probably going third a lot. Sometimes you go third and you have specialty teams, that's what happens.
You think Larkin was still feeling it a little bit?
Well, I was certainly worried about, I didn't want to grind Larkin in the ground. And then the other side of it is they have to go out and scream at me they want to play more too. So I didn't think they screamed at me they wanted to play more. I didn't, that's one way to make sure you get more ice time.
Hugh said he thought that Jimmy played his best game since he's known him. Where would you say that game ranked?
I just, I've seen Jimmy play lots of good games. I thought it was right up there, certainly. And he looked determined to win the hockey game, and it's unfortunate that we couldn't have won it for him. He did everything he could have done to win it, and we needed to score a goal.
I guess the 3-on-3 is one of those that anything could happen.
Yeah, but we those are big points, and so we got to make sure that we're winning our better share of them as of lately. I have said in the past that when you get to overtime, 3-on-3 and shootouts, it's a little bit of flip the coin, but right now the coin isn't being flipped evenly enough, so we need to make sure that we get ourselves back to a spot where we're winning more of those.
did you have a shootout list made up?
Oh, yeah. No comment.
Are teams defending that 3-on-3 a little bit more? I don't got the stats in front of me or anything, but it seems like there's a few more shootouts. I mean, teams,
Yeah, it's hard for me to say. I think probably has lots to do with who you put out there. The more offensive players you put out there, the more it's going to be offensive. So they might be defending a little bit more.